Hey, hey, my little democracy defenders. That's what we are. We're democracy defenders. There is an organization called that, and Rob Reiner used to be a big part of that. Democracy Defenders. How are you doing? Thanks for joining me for my Substack Live I did at 5 o'clock Eastern. It was good. It was fun. It's good to air our grievances together. So, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I don't think we can all sit here and go, oh, nothing's working, because we are getting somewhere. But, the whole flood in the zone thing that Mr. Demonic Bannon used to talk about, that's what they do. Electrostorm just had cauliflower rice that actually tasted good. Good for you. That sounds good. I made spaghetti with anchovies, which sounds weird, but it was good. And vegetables. Really good. I found the recipe at my mom's. So, tell me how you're doing, what's going on. Spring is coming. At 5 o'clock, it was still light out. That's a big switch. Big change. Even though it might be freezing cold where you are, it is going to warm up within just a few weeks. You got a notification. Good. Yeah. When I use StreamYard, which I use for the Thursday nights, it does notify you. And when I'm on Substack, you get a notification too if you're on my Substack email list. So I hope you all are. Yes, thank you. Hope my mom is doing well. She's hanging in there. Thanks. So we can expect that things are going to get even more intense, but I did notice, it's interesting, the other night I was noticing, I've mentioned this many times before, that we have our heads so much in the news, and we should. It's important that we have our heads in the news. It's important that we know what's going on. But I think it's really important for us to take opportunities to check in and to see if there's also energetically something else happening. By the way, the Republicans were sent home. They needed more time to discuss things, but they got sent home because MAGA Mike is a loser. If you take time and you get quiet and or you go into nature and you just have no distractions, preferably on a beautiful day, and you just pay attention to the energy, you will feel it's changing. It really is. And I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me your experience. I don't know if I'm just feeling that because I practice my psychic, radar, put on my psychic antenna all the time. Does anyone know what I mean? There's a certain frequency that's different. We felt it at the halftime show. That to me was a testimonial that the vibrational frequency is heightening and getting faster and faster. And that's the frequency of love and harmony and unity and healing and goodness. So what is happening? You felt it with the monks in DC. Yes, these kinds of things will be popping up. It was interesting to have those two things happen in such close proximity to each other. The monks arrived in DC. I don't remember what day that was. And then we had the halftime show. Two major events in which we got to see how much people want unity, healing, and peace. Where's my sign? Unity. This is what people want. Unity, healing, and peace. This is what we want. the younger generations are not tolerating the nonsense of the older.
Yeah.
Would you? The system is so broken. And what's revealed can be healed, and what's not revealed cannot be healed. So what's happening is that darkness was always there. Consider this. The darkness is there so it can be purged, not so it can stay with us. The darkness is there for us to see in full, ugly, full-blown color. Not because it's staying, but because it's going. You know, when you clean your house and it's like maybe you don't clean your house when it's clean, but when there's dirt and dust, you know, oh, look, I have to sweep, right? Oh, look, clean up on aisle democracy. We need to clean this crap up. And Kamala said it a few months ago. She said the system is broken. The system has been massively broken. And not only that, it's been really under the direction of evil. Look at Opus Dei. There's many, many layers. All the connections to the Epstein files. They all connect. All these things are connecting, right? So yeah, we're turning over the rocks, that's for sure. So I want to ask you all, because I've noticed that the numbers that are showing up to our guided meditation have dropped substantially. Just to change topics for a second. Are these meditations helping you? Because I really am going to ask for people to let me know if the meditations are helping. I'm kind of suspecting that they're being surveilled or blocked. Let me ask the pendulum. Because the numbers attending the meditations have dropped substantially, and it's only 30 minutes, so we're together. Is the algorithm messing with? I have a very strong, very clear yes on that. The algorithm has been messing with the guided meditations. Not surprised. So I'm going to need your help. Yeah. I'm going to need your help because it's noticeable. There have been nights that I've had 65 people here. We're down to about 18. Lucky if we get 30. The dark side doesn't like this. Some people did get notifications. You didn't get a notification. Can't really see your handle. Pitty Sherry, you didn't get a notification? Yeah, the devil is still here and doesn't want peace. So I'm just really going to ask for all of you to help me by sharing this video. Because just like our democracy, the stronger we get, the more they're going to try to suppress us. Suppression is a thing. And even I was even looking up Substack. Is it more free than the others? And it really isn't. These huge conglomerates and extensions of the huge conglomerates are really not wanting the people, which are exponentially more in numbers than they are, is not wanting the people to feel empowered. Hey, Nathan. So since they don't want the people to feel empowered, it's up to the people to make sure we stay empowered. And the meditations are shifting the energy. But when I've done these guided meditations and I say things like maybe I even have mentioned Trump here and there, but there's white light. We're blasting the white light into the White House. We're blasting the Pentagon with white light. Nothing high-tech is messing with you, and many other tarot readers are having those issues. The good thing is you have to improve your memory. And remember, meditation is on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Yeah, so what is it if it's not? It's censorship. Yeah, so interesting. And you know what? I have to say just about that before we get into the meditation in less than 5 minutes. So make sure you're in a comfortable spot where you won't be disturbed. I have not wavered in my commitment. I can't say I haven't wavered because I've had moments of wavering, of like, oh, should I keep doing this? I definitely have had that. But in terms of my hardcore anchored commitment, that's not wavered. But it sure does make my heart sink when this happens. It sure does make me feel like, what a shame. They don't want to share the love and the light. They're messing with the truth tellers, yeah. And so that's why we have to continue to be truth tellers. And I know for sure, I really know this, that the protests and the rallies in Minnesota are the things that finally pressured this regime enough to actually say they're going to send a lot of them back. They're leaving Minneapolis. The monks made the statement that people are too dependent on their phones. Yes, that's true. I still have to listen to that. That's true. I can't really, I can't defend not having my phone too much because that's how I keep up with the news all the time. So, but yeah, when phones replace getting together, yeah, we got to work on that, right? So the truth tellers have to keep telling the truth. But what I want to say about that is we need your help. We really need your help. We need you to share videos when you feel like, if and when you feel like the content in my videos is helpful. If it helps you, share it, because YouTube is not going to help me at all. Quite to the contrary. And this is about us. It's not about me. It's about us. All right. So it's almost, we're getting close to 15 minutes. But before we start the meditation, on another note, the event on the 17th, which is this coming Tuesday, we have a few signups, but we don't have very many. If you sign up by tomorrow, it's $50 instead of $60. This is really an opportunity to use the energy of the 17th, of the solar eclipse and this new moon and this Mahashivratri and the Chinese year of the fire horse and Ramadan and the new moon in Aquarius. Solar eclipse, big time transformational energy. I've never felt anything like it. I'm starting to feel it ahead of time. That is something that happens. And if you think, I don't think anyone here thinks astrology is just foolish. Astrology has been around since the beginning of recorded history. So there must be something to it. So please support us, but support yourselves too. Please support us and join us for that on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be probably an hour and a half. Me and myself and Kathy Beal. And how are we doing on time? And you won't regret it. And it's a way of giving back. And if anyone wants to donate a ticket, then you can do that too. You can buy a ticket for someone else or a few someone else's, and I can make sure I forward the information and get them to come. EmpowermentUnlimited.net is where to go to sign up. I want you all to be there. I want you all to sign up. We'll set personal intentions too and make sure that we reach those goals. All right, 15 seconds. Make sure you're comfortable. I end the meditation right after it's over, and then I'll do a video about the news after that and upload it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes. Take a long, slow, deep breath in and hold it as long as you can before you exhale. And again, at your own pace, a long, slow, deep breath in. Hold it as long as you can. And then exhale. One more time at your own pace. All the way in, hold the breath as long as you can. And a longer exhalation out. Follow the sensation of the breath as it moves in and out. Bring your attention to your toes and the soles of the feet and relax them. And the tops of the feet relax. The ankles and the calves relax along with the knees. Relax the thighs. Release all tension from your legs and feet. Sometimes our legs and feet want to go, 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 and we don't realize how tense they can get. Bring your attention to the lower abdomen, the buttocks and hips, and relax. Release all tension. Focus on the tailbone and moving up vertebrae by vertebrae. Relax each one. Moving up, putting your attention on each vertebrae. Your entire nervous system is contained in the spine. Relax every vertebrae. Relax the spine, moving up till you reach the base of the skull. And then mentally scan your back and relax. Keep the breath slower than usual. Relax your stomach and waist area. Bring that relaxation up to the diaphragm, that huge muscle that lifts up your rib cage and allows you to breathe. Feel your lungs and your rib cage relax and your heart relax. Feel your shoulders becoming heavy like there are bricks on your shoulders. Relax. Moving down the arms into the elbows, forearms and wrists. Becoming heavy. And the arms and the hands and the fingers. Breathe slowly. Bring your attention to the neck and throat. Relax. Relax the jaw. Release all tension from your jaw. Let it go slack. Now relax the hundreds of little muscles in your face. And relax the scalp. And bring your attention to the crown, the very top of your head. And imagine energetically there's an opening at the top of your head. There's an energetic opening at the crown. Now scan your entire body. Any place that still feels tension, just relax, just release it. As you scan your body and you notice your body in a much more relaxed state, Feel how inviting it is and how pleasant it is to just be still. Very still. Very still. And give yourself the affirmation, things are better when I go into the stillness. Everything works out better when I go into the silence and the stillness. I am more at peace in the stillness. And maybe you can make a promise to yourself to remember this throughout the week. And you can affirm, I surrender to the stillness. This is where the power is, in the stillness. This is where I receive guidance. This is where I connect to the divine that created me in a conscious way. This is how I connect consciously. It is safe for me to be still. Make sure the breathing is slow and relaxed. Now imagine you find yourself, imagine there's an energy body that leaves your physical body in this, wherever you're seated. And you're connected to this energy body by a silver cord. And you feel yourself in your visioning. You imagine yourself walking around Washington, D.C., and you're wandering around, and maybe you've been there, it's easy to imagine. You're in front of the White House, and you're observing. And you're noticing the feeling and the energy in that White House. And as you're noticing, a crowd of people begins to form and show up, and you're all noticing together. Nobody's saying a word, you're just all noticing. All looking at the White House, just looking. All together bearing witness to that building and pondering what it has been recently and what we want it to be. And as you're standing there in this beautiful, getting larger and larger crowd of people, you telepathically are connected with them. You don't have to say a word, and you all know that you're wanting the same thing. Government by the people and for the people. You and everyone else in the crowd wants a president who's a real president, who's qualified, who's not a criminal, who is the total opposite. Who naturally tells the truth and naturally abides by their oath to defend and protect the Constitution and its people, the people of the United States. So help them God. Let us imagine together that we're regarding the White House and we're all knowing together that any evil that's infested this White House, all the systems breaking down and being broken, all the negativity, all the indecency, all the evil. As we're regarding the White House, it's almost as if we can see the color change and it becomes brighter, and we're all in the awareness that we're envisioning a healthy, stronger, much more resilient, unified, for the people, inhabitant of the White House. And as we imagine it together, we have a knowing look in our eyes, and we know everybody else in this huge crowd that's gathered is thinking the same thing. And we're all projecting now from our third eye center an energy that goes into the White House and makes it so. Makes the energy conducive to that becoming so. And now it is done, and we walk as a group. We're a sea of human bodies walking through human energy bodies, walking and walking and walking until we reach the Capitol building. Might be a little bit of a walk. So imagine we get there, fast forward, and we're standing in front of the Capitol building as one huge crowd of sentient beings, conscious beings, beautiful energy beings. And as we stare at the Capitol, we claim it as our own. We've gone from the White House, where we have transmuted that energy from a negative to a positive. And now we're doing the same with the Capitol. We're staring at the building together, telepathically knowing we all have the same idea in mind. This is our building, built by the people and for the people. And we're sending energy from our third eye centers, every single one of us, into the Capitol building. You can think of the pictures that you've seen, or when you've been there, what it looks like inside. Imagine you can see in, and you see energy swirling around the Capitol building, beautiful white light energy that raises the frequency. And feel the energy as we're doing this together of being participants, of being a part of the energy that we're projecting in, not just now, but always moving forward from this point forward. And all the darkness that has been there has been overtaken by the light that we are, that we're projecting into the building. And we have a knowing sense, a trusting sense that this is happening because we are creating it together. And as we leave this location, we're walking to the Pentagon. We're in our energy bodies. It doesn't take very long to get from one building to the next. Feel the wake. Feel the energy we're leaving behind us as a flood of light that's now in the White House. All evil has been forced to leave. All evil in the Capitol forced to leave by our intentional, strong light and intention. And now we're in front of the huge buildings of the Pentagon. And imagine that we're circling the entirety of the Pentagon. And we know we've got work to do here. And so we all together from our third eye center send white light into the Pentagon. All nefarious characters come running out like cockroaches exposed to a flashlight light. They come running out. The only people that are left are those who truly, genuinely are civic servants, highly intelligent, competent, looking out for the good of all of us. And we send a circle of light all around the buildings of the Pentagon, swirling around white light, first clockwise, then counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, around the buildings and into the buildings. And now everything becomes very still as we feel the Pentagon pulsating with light. And now we all look together up to the heavens and we see brilliant clouds of brilliant light, shining rays of light all upon Washington, D.C. And all together we shout and we cheer and we say hooray, and we're laughing and we're smiling and we're happy, we're joyful, we're united. We feel the shift. We're part of the shift. We co-created the shift. This has been a time of great trials, but we're moving out of it by our own light, united together. We're shifting the energy for the good for all. All damage is being healed. We are rebuilding. All the destruction has ended. We are rebuilding. All the evil has been eliminated. We are rebuilding with love and vision and light. We're healing and we are healed. And now the crowd disperses, but you have the sense that you're connected to everybody who's shown up energetically in their energy bodies, and that you're connected to each and every one, and you remain connected. Remember, we're all telepathically communicating with one another at all times. We've just made a very powerful shift together. Now you can bring your attention back to where you're seated. Imagine your energy body merging back with your physical body in your seat. Affirming all is well and all will be well. Affirming your faith and trust in the higher power that's guiding and leading us through, and feel a sense of gratitude. And we'll count up from 5 to 1 to bring you to an awakened state. You can feel free to continue meditating if you choose to. 5, 4, maintaining the light. 3, feeling balanced in body, mind, and spirit. 2, remembering your connection to each and every person. And at the count of 1, if you're ready, you can open your eyes or you can continue to meditate. And 1, and namaste.